Money is a tool, and it's here to teach you a lesson. Everything here on earth is here to teach you a lesson, and money is one of the biggest lesson teachers there is. And it's a very emotional one. That's why when I talk about stuff like financially, or I look at people who talk about finances, that's why I get a lot of negative comments. Because even though when I talk about money, I try to be empathetic, but some people think you're attacking them because they see their issues with money. And when you talk about money, about, why being in too much debt's bad, etc., they get upset because they're in that position. And it hurts when they see that and they know that, and they're like, but I'm in this position and it sucks. And I got this guy saying that, oh, if you just get out of debt, way better situation. And I'm here to tell you that it's very emotional. It's a very spiritual thing too, money. You always got to ask yourself, a lot of people use debt as instant gratification. Think about it. If you can go into the car dealership right now and get this awesome car because you can afford the monthly payments and it makes you feel awesome, why not get that car? You know what I mean? I did the same thing. I did that with 3 cars. I leased 2 cars, and then, I leased 1 car, financed another car, then traded that in the next year and got another car. Because I was like, oh, I just want a new car every year. Meanwhile, I wasn't educated in personal finances. I didn't realize that probably cost me 30 grand right there, just trading in those cars by devaluation and interest and whatnot. And I eventually paid my car off. But the thing is, it's emotional. There's reasons why. It's like, it makes you feel good. It made me feel good. I liked being able to get a new car every year. But why? So you have to do a lot of soul searching when you're doing stuff financially and when you're in a lot of debt. And sometimes I know I can come off rigid. I don't mean to sound like I'm coming after you. I'm not. But I just want to share with you why money's so emotional and why it pulls you, why you're just like, you get so pissed off at people when they're trying to help you. I'm trying to help you guys because I realized that this whole debt society, it's so normalized that we feel like we have to use debt. But in reality, debt is the new slavery. It's the new slavery. It's the new chains. I don't have chains, but it's the new chains in society. That's what's keeping you on a lower vibration. That's the other thing. It keeps you on a lower vibration, guys, by being in debt and being forced to actually go to work every day and actually do stuff that you might not normally do if you didn't have debt. I mean, think about it. Ask yourself, if I didn't have debt, would I be at a different job? Would I work less? Would I go on vacation more? Ask yourself that. Debt is very emotional. Money is very spiritual. It's a huge lesson that we learn on earth. And, they try to normalize this. The banks try to get you into debt. The credit cards try to get you into debt. And the thing is, you don't have to go into debt. And I know a lot of us are struggling. I get it. I know. At one point, this was a couple years ago, at one point, I was working 74 hours a week and I was bringing in $350. I was making, that equals out to $474 an hour under the table. Think about that. I was getting paid a lot less than everybody. I was getting paid probably less than everybody else. I was making $350 a week, working 74 hours a week at one point in my lifetime. That's crazy. So trust me, guys, I get what it's like to get paid shit and barely survive. And by the way, at that time, I was an addict. So all my money went to substances. And I still found a way to roof over my head and have a car. Because the way, my mindset works is I love to work. I've always loved working. And I actually took a pay cut, an hourly pay cut, to make more money by working more, if that makes sense. And a lot of this is subconscious. If you grow up in a household where you don't make a whole lot, and your parents don't make a whole lot, and you're always around that, That's why you're in these scenarios now. And the thing is, you need to break that karmic cycle. You need to break that. And when you break that and your friends and your family start seeing that you're doing well financially, they're going to be like, hey, listen, what are you doing? I want to help. I want that. I want to be in that position. That's awesome. And you can start helping other people get to where you are. And a lot of this isn't necessarily your fault. It's just what we believe. But the thing is, I'm trying to empower you guys. You have to be empowered. You got to stop looking at the outside world and blaming why you're in this position. I get it. I've spent years, the past 6 years, I've been blaming things and researching why, so much poverty exists, why we're in this situation in the first place. But the thing is, no matter how much information you have, no matter how much you study it, you won't make it any better. You make everything better by making yourself better and putting yourself in a better situation first. And then you can go out and teach people how to do that. Charity's great. But guess what? If you don't teach these people how to be financially free, understand that money and abundance is a spiritual thing, and it's very mental, and you've got a lot of belief systems that's been tied up that you need to release, and that's part of why you're in the situation you're in. It's one thing for me to tell you, you got to be on a budget, right? Have to be on a budget. Have to know where your money's going. And then you have to pay off all your debt. Paying off all your debt. Because if you pay off all your debt, then the biggest access you have to making money is your income. And then you figure out, if you have no debt, how much money do you have left over? And then how much money can you invest? And that investing is going to make you money over time where you don't even have to work. That money makes you more money over time. Okay? And you can know these things. And that's great. And that's how you get to financial freedom. But you have to get to the root of the problem, which is, why am I spending so much money? It's a very spiritual issue. When I was growing up, was it my parents putting in my mind, that things are hard? We're poor. We don't have a lot. And I get that. A lot of us grow up poor. I think right now it's over like 70% of everybody in the United States is living paycheck to paycheck. And mainly, the main part of that too is lack of financial literacy, lack of financial education. And the other part of that is emotions. It's their belief system. It's what they're told. And the more, we watch the news media and we listen to them telling us why we can't succeed and why everything's so bad and why we have to rely on the government to help us out, that's what taking away your power. You don't want to listen to things that take away your power, because you guys can accomplish anything you want. And the second you start listening to positive things, like what I'm talking about, and you go and you really go within yourself and you're like, why am I spending so much money? Is it because I'm depressed? Because I don't like my job? I don't like myself? Is it my low self-esteem? And is it maybe also because I'm watching too much media that's proving to me and telling me why I'm broke all the time, why I'm living paycheck to paycheck? It's self-fulfilling prophecy by listening to stuff. When you self-fulfill your own prophecy by listening to stuff and telling yourself, I'm broke, I'm living paycheck to paycheck, it's ABC's fault. I'm here to tell you that you can take control of your life. You can take control of everything. You just got to look within. You got to watch videos like this. You got to watch more positive things. Learn about what's going good with the economy, what's going good with other people. Surround yourself with people that are financially free, financially abundant, people that are market movers, people that are doing stuff in the economy, people that are doing things to create wealth, and follow what they're doing. You got YouTube guys nowadays. Back in the day, our parents, our grandparents, they didn't have YouTube. They couldn't learn any of this stuff. They had to just learn, by trial and error, straight up. Like, now you got all kinds of people that you can learn from, like me talking about this and explaining this to you. We got social media. There is no excuse nowadays to not being able to do things like this and be financially free and put yourself in a better position. It's just what you're consuming. If you're consuming negative things, you're going to be in a negative vibration and you're not going to be in a financially good place. If you're in a low vibration, money's not going to come to you. When you're in a high frequency, a high vibration, more money will come to you. If you have negative things about money, that's a block. You got a bunch of blocks with money, which is also why you're financially not in a good position. And you got to ask yourself, what are these blocks? How can I get rid of these financial blocks? I appreciate you guys watching this video. I want you to comment below prosperity. I want you guys to comment below prosperity. And I'll see you in the next one.